Video number 3 for y'all spoiled niggas. You get to hear me 3 videos today. Turn up. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So I get these readings and I get a lot that's manifested to me that I don't even realize until I sit back and reflect on it. That I really get. You know, I learned what my guardian angel's name is. We are all blessed with guardian angels. All of us have angels. We've all been sent to be watched over. Regardless, no matter which path we take, we have an angel assigned to us. They don't break that bond. These bonds are things have already been made before we're born. Like I said, you were a thought in the creator's mind before you were ever created, before I was even created. You were planned generations ahead. He had the entire world planned before he fucking made it. Things happened that he wasn't expecting, but he had the whole world planned before before there were buildings, before there were rocks. He knew who you were, what your name was, and what your path was gonna be. And that shit was wild when I heard that. Cause you don't think of yourself with the highest esteem, like I'm an important motherfucker. You just think like I'm a nigga trying to get his bag, right? I'm a nigga trying to get some pussy. Like you just reduce yourself down to a nigga, but you are more than that. That's one of the things that dude said to me. He said, don't ever lose your path, man. I said, I'm not going nowhere. He said, good, because you are more important than anything that's happening in this world. He said that to me. Something I already knew, but it felt different coming from a stranger. To where he considered me so powerful and intelligent that he would say something like that, right? So you gotta realize you are more important. Your spirit is more than your body. These spirits, these demons are not as impressive as we think they are. We are told that they're these red beings, that they're so scary and ferocious. I've seen demons in the flesh, motherfucker. Yeah, they have a negative aura to them, but they not shit. They hear me talking shit because I attract both. When you get all your shit, you attain your seed, your life force, your God shield, you will attract spirits. You will be seeing shit, especially if you are born to do this. I hope that I attract light bearers. I'm putting out that signal. I want to attract them. I want to talk to the chosens. You know what I'm saying? We are the chosen ones. We're chosen from birth, from before birth. Like I said, picture it like this. Before you were a seed in your dad's balls. Hold up, I just thought something even more deep. We are connected even deeper than that. Yeah, you are a seed in your dad's balls. So by the time he was born, you were there. You were there when he popped out of the vagina. You were there, right? You've been in existence for that long. You just haven't been physically understood yet. What I've learned, especially from an Amazon, is that things can be there physically and virtually. Virtually in this metaphor is going to be existence, is, you know, your energy, right? You can be physically here as an alive talking person like I am, and you can be dead, but your spirit is still alive. That's that metaphor that shit taught me. That was deeper than I thought. I just came up with that on the spot. So we all are thought of, and we're all in existence when our grandmothers are born. Our grandmothers and then our moms, we were formed in her womb, in our grandmother's womb when she was born. Do you understand how all this is connected? Our whole family tree, we are connected to. Our bloodlines, all of that shit is connected through family. And even before family, you were thought of, nigga. That's how deep that shit is. The universe is deep. If you break things down to molecules and questions, you are a real nigga. And I think that's what defines intelligence, is if you ask questions. I must be Einstein then, motherfucker. I've had questions since I was a kid, right? So asking these questions, I've never understood how people don't ask questions. Like, I have a hard time separating myself from others because I try to put myself in their shoes, but I don't get people sometimes. I don't get their mentality. Not everybody wants to be like me, and I don't want to be like everybody, so I get that as far as that goes. But I don't understand how you would not ask questions, how you would not be curious about not only your own existence, but others. I've always questioned where I've came from. I've always questioned how things go this way, why they are, and who I'm supposed to be. Always. I remember being 8 years old, asking my father, who at the time I considered to be Superman, to be God himself, you all have respect for your father until you don't, or you always do, you know? So I asked him, God created me, right? I said, who created God? He said, I don't know, son. I said, if we die and we go to heaven, what happens before we exist? Like, where was I before I was a human? And he was like, I don't know, son. He didn't have any idea how to answer me. And I thought my father knew everything. And it made me feel weird for asking, this fucking dickhead. Made me feel weird for asking a question that complex. But that also taught me that you can't have somebody limit you because they can't comprehend your greatness. You can't have somebody put you on the back burner or let you not burn at all because you're a curious motherfucker. Kobe said curiosity is what drove him to be the NBA champion he was. Curiosity made Benjamin Franklin test out that kite. We're not going to checkpoint the validity of my statements in concurrence with their Illuminati background, but we gonna say that this analogy fits because it does. So fuck all that shit that they into. What I'm trying to say to you is, don't let somebody hinder you. Don't let somebody belittle you and get under your skin or stop you from being great, because we are more powerful than we can imagine. And this is something that's been buried deep. Everything you need in the world, you already have. I hated the movies where the main protagonist would have to discover his powers, and they always gave him riddles and shit like, you will find out when it is time. You are the Dragonborn. You are the Avatar. You are this, you are that. You will find out when you are ready. And I'm like, why the fuck don't you tell me? Why does it have to be this complex, right? That annoyed me back then. I'm gonna start to understand that we are those people. We are those people. When you are, like, look at it, bro. What I've been doing recently, this is some superhero shit, nigga. I realized that I am a multi-dimensional being. Literally, I am in 2 dimensions at one time. 2 dimensions. Probably more than that. I haven't discovered all of them, but I know I've been to the astral realm, and with my third eye, I see things. I see entities. I see sparks. I see spirits. I see them. I know that I'm multiple places at once. I'll be at my work day, and I'll see motherfuckers out of the corner of my eye. You know what I'm saying? We are more than what we are. I come from such a humble background. Man, a lot of people, when they on YouTube, they don't show emotion. That's what I'm noticing. I'll see these niggas and, I'll see these niggas and they'll talk all this spiritual shit, but they'll have no emotion behind it. That's why it's hard for people to believe it, because you're just saying facts. You're saying facts without any, like, entertainment behind it. Not to entertain you niggas, but if I told you that, let's just say I was a rat in a human's body, and I said that all factual and, you know, non-emotional and shit, would you believe me? Or if I really dug deep and I told you that it was there, this is how I feel about it, this is what I think, this is what I know, this is what I researched, and I've come to the conclusion that I am a rat in a human's body, would you believe me then? The source of information is just, it's hard to, like, swallow. I know, like, even when it's not scary, like what I was talking about in an earlier video, even if it's not Illuminati and killing people and shit, it's still discovering who you are, and that's a very like it was hard for me to take, because I was always told and taught I wasn't shit. So for me to believe that I am, and more than that, like I know it and I'm greater than even my belief, I have to figure it out. That's wild. Like that's like, I don't know, man. That's like Cinderella being proposed to by fucking Prince Charming. It's what you dream of. You always want to be a superhero when you were a kid. You always want to be something that saves you. You want to be saved, but you don't realize that you are the savior. You don't realize that. I used to sit here and get jealous because I'm like, why did God make one son? Why did he make one son? Why is somebody more special than me and I'm supposed to worship him? Why? Like, that used to make me mad. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with me? Am I not good enough? Dead ass. That's what I used to think. And I felt wrong for even thinking that. But it's the truth. It's the truth. Why would he make one person? Why? Why would he make one man that's better than me? He didn't. You are one with everything at this moment. You are one. You are one with the Creator. You are him. You are one with the heavens. You are the angels. You are all that shit. You are able to speak with the Creator through prayer. Prayer is something that nobody can hear you do unless you do it out loud. But when you pray, you're talking to something that isn't there physically. So that's fucking with you. But you don't understand that it is there. When you open your third eye, I'm pointing to my side. When you open your third eye, right here, man, and you open it and you see, they always told you don't open it, but you open that bitch because anything they say is bad for you is actually good for you. You open that and you can see these things. I told you, I saw the face of the Creator. They say he don't have a face. I saw it. I saw it. I was transported in my meditation. I was transported to his kingdom. I saw him on the throne, and he didn't have like a face like me, but he had like the bone structure. He had like eyes. He had the nose structure. He had the jawline. He had woolly hair, like really nappy beard, really nappy hair. And he had I don't know if he had a crown on. I think he had a crown on. And he was like this purple, like he was a rainbow being, but his outline was purple, right? And his lips weren't moving because he didn't have skin. He just had like the bone structure of a man. That's how I can interpret him physically. But he was like a crystal type of being. Like, I guess that's what I would describe his structure. He was like a fucking crystal in human form, right? And when I read the book of Enoch, and I read the whole book twice. When he went to his kingdom, because he took him, and I always pictured like he got this old, like, I know that everybody in the Bible was a black man, but I always pictured him taking this old white man with a long beard and a fucking nightgown like a Christmas Carol. And he's floating him around in the kingdom and shit. And I always pictured it like that, but no, because I did the same thing, and I realized that I had my eyes closed in meditation. I was in my pose, and I can see things because that's a part of my psychic ability, man. I'm a medium. I attract spirits, man. That's why I feel these things all the time. You can think what you want about it, but that's the truth, and you will discover who you are soon. But I know that I can feel these things, and I know that they're there. And what was I going to say? Oh, and I can visualize things. I forget what that's called, what psychic gift that is, but I can visualize things, and I can be there. I can be there. I can teleport myself. And it's not in the sense like my body's there, my spirit is there, right? My spirit, I can't physically like move my body to Serbia right now, but I can take myself to Serbia visually, and I can see rooms and shit. And it's something I'm learning to use and get better with, but I can do that right now, right? And I take myself to these places and I sit up here and I observe, and I was at his kingdom. I couldn't see anything but him. I wasn't ready for that yet, but I saw him and I felt his presence. His presence is strong and commanding. His, like, I could feel angel spirits, I could feel bad spirits, right? And I'll know which one it is based off, like, it's a whole body type of intuition. It's a whole body sensitivity. Depending on where the areas are, I know what's good and I know what's bad, right? I know my body by now. It's not really something I could describe to you unless you feel it, but I felt his presence, and he was speaking to me. I forgot what was said at that time, but he was speaking to me and I could see him. And ever since then my life has been different. I'll see things in my meditation. I saw a dragon in my meditation one time. I say that a dragon can be the devil, or it can be a high spirit guide, like up there with the archangels and shit. Cause there's a hierarchy to this heaven shit, man. People have this generalization. You got to read the Book of Enoch. That is a must read. You have to read the Bible, of course, but one of the main books in there that was taken out was the Book of Enoch. And there was many, he wrote many books, but the Book of Enoch, the first one, that's, you need to read that. It talks about everything. When I told you about the triangle in the sky shit, the UFOs, that's how they get the sun and the moon across. That's in the book. They take these vessels. I'm not sure if they tie it to them or if it's in their gravitational pull or what, but they take these vessels, the sun and the moon, and they move them across the sky every day. Every day. There's an angel in charge of that. I forget who it is, but they do that, right? I name drop angels. No, I'm going to keep that one private. I name drop angels, right? I'm fully confident in the workings of the world. And sometimes, like, I'm connected to animals too. I can feel animals' pain. I can feel them. I can feel their energy. I know what it is. I'm very confident in how I feel because my gifts are getting stronger, right? My gifts are getting stronger. And I'll see, like, animals, or sometimes I'll see them out of the blue. Like, I live in Missouri, so I'm not really sure how these things get here. Like, I'll see skunks. Skunks aren't native here. I'll see armadillos. Armadillos definitely aren't fucking native here. This is Greenland's over here. I'll see, like, vultures, and I'll see, like, black crows, and I'll see Toronto blue jays. They're native to Toronto, obviously. I'll see things that aren't supposed to be here, and it'll really strike me, and I'll get, like, a feeling, and I'll be like, huh, that's kind of weird. And then I'll, like, look it up, what the meaning is. I'll type in the animal totem. I don't really know what got me to the totem part, but I'll type that in, and sometimes it'll tell me, like, the different cultures, what that means, because they always have a binding to ancient cultures. In Egypt, the cat was worshipped because it was thought to be it was thought to resemble black magic, and it was thought to resemble the afterlife. That's why most of them binded with those types of animals when they became gods, right? Or that's the form that the gods will come down in, is a cat, or, like, because spirits, they can't be interpreted through our physical manifestation. Everything is a projection that you see. Me, I'm a projection. I'm here, but this is what the third world can understand. When you get in your spirit form, you will see things. Like, when I'm walking in my everyday life, I see spirits all the time. I see orbs, and those orbs are walking spirits. Now, when you research this and you get more in depth with the knowledge, and you learn to distinguish which one is which, you'll know. But for the most part, I see earthbound spirits. When spirits fly by you, there's a message. And these spirits are little orbs. Look up orbs so you understand what I'm talking about. Look that shit up. They're little orbs. Depending on their size is their power. I'll mainly see small ones. Shit, every day, I will smoke a blunt before I go to work, and I'll look at my phone and I'll see blue orbs, and they're in the form of like a pyramid, and there'll be 5 of them. Blue represents psychic energy, which is probably why I came into contact with what I saw today and yesterday. And they also represent your throat chakra, which means I will be speaking. And I've spoken a lot today. So it tells me what I should and should not be doing. Things are giving me warnings and telling me what type of person I am based off of signs. You know what I mean? Things are deep, my nigga. Things are deep. Y'all have a good day, man. I ain't gonna make these videos too much longer than they already are. So I'm gonna hop off, man.